It's Saturday morning. We're at the airport, and that's part of our group with us right back there. And part of the Peru trip is a lot of hassle at the airport. So be praying for us. Our plane leaves about 12 o'clock, and we're ready to see what God's going to do. Okay, step number 2 is screening. Just had our baggage checked. Now we have to go through the
Alright, y'all just
screening and all that stuff.
Pick a line. I don't care. Wait on me on the other side.
Dang, I'm trying to order everybody. Tell us where to go.
Hey,
so,
is that Rachel?
That's everybody.
Everybody.
Step number 3, wait again. At the seating area, which is just over my shoulder. So we are waiting to be boarded. Shouldn't be too long, about 30 minutes or so. Hey, stepping in my shot. It's important. I'm recording. I don't know who exactly is going to see it. You got something incredibly important to say?
No, I don't have
much to say. We're standing here. His hat is eclipsing the sun, so we appreciate that. And he's going to save me a lot of sunscreen this week. And, here's all the people who'll be coughing in the plane and causing me to get pneumonia and a cold and no telling what other kind of horrible diseases. So we wait till we're called to be boarded. Billie Jean's favorite part: plane flight, loading up. Okay, so here we are on the tarmac, waiting to take off. Tight quarters this time. Little smaller seats than we were last time. The company, not quite as cool, not quite as pleasant.
Hold on, man, I gotta finish this cab.
So,
now this is where
about to take off, so they want me to turn my phone off. So, about to leave. I'm sure Daniel's fixing to interrupt my video again, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Alright, welcome to Mexico City. We have arrived. It looks kind of like what I thought Mexico City might look like. So we'll be here about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And there's Billie Jean. She's super excited about it. Those people, they're with us. Hadn't learned all the names yet, so just bear with us. I don't know what all these people are doing. Kind of hanging out, thrift shops and whatnot. But anyway, I'll update you later. So what do you need to know about our layover at Mexico City? Well, one, it's past 3 o'clock. Yep, past 3 o'clock. And we haven't eaten, and it doesn't look like we're going to eat now. Number 2, it smells around here. Number 3, it's a little more involved than we thought it was going to be, and so we're just hoping that we're going to make our flight. Interesting looking place, man. We're making a run. They coming up behind us, but we are sprinting to the gate, trying to catch this tram to get us to the terminal, to catch this adjoining flight to Peru on time. Alright, we held the plane up. Let me see if I can explain this to you. So, we went to check in, but we were too late to check in. So they sent us with our check-in bags.
We had to find the gate.
We had to find the gate, which is why it was too late. So they sent us with our check-in bags around to the place where you ordinarily get screened. And of course our check-in bags have stuff in it that you're not supposed to have in the place where you get screened. So they stopped us. So Daniel has to go to find a representative from the airlines and bring them over, and they work it out. They hold everything up. We're on the plane, and so we are on our way. Next stop, Lima, Peru. All right, it's about 10:30. Just arrived in Lima, and trying to get off the plane, get checked. Ouch. Get checked out and through customs, and see if we can. See you later. So, down a little on ramp, and see if we can't get some mission work done tomorrow. We have been on the road since about 6:20 this morning, and everything has gone well. The layover, not a whole lot of fun, but we're excited to be in Lima, and excited to see what the Lord's going to do. 11 o'clock, Lima, Peru. Taxi time. Fixing to load up and go to the children's home. So you can kind of see the craziness that is Lima, Peru at the airport. This kid right here gonna get punched in the face before the week's over. So make that on the church video. $11 o'clock at night, and it is a hustle and bustle at Lima. Alright, it's about 1 o'clock. Finally at the orphanage, and things have not gone as planned. But this morning, about 4:45, I rolled out of bed. We met at the church about 6:15, and but we're unloading and unpacking and fixing to head into the orphanage to get some sleep. We got an early morning, so that's our plan. Here's our group getting ready. Here's Billie Jean ready to go. Thank you.
Hey, Raul, can you pop your trunk? Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pop your trunk, Raul?
Alright, it's a new day on the Peru trip. Sunday morning. We are on our way to, where are we on our way to, Daniel?
Quito.
Quito. Don't know why I bothered asking. You don't know where that is. I'll show you when I get on. But we are on our way to the next stop on our missions trip. And you can just kind of see the conditions and the area where we are. And we are at New Life Christian Home, Children's Home, and we are loading the van up to take our trip. It'll take us pretty much all day to get to where we're going, and we have to stop and get some supplies, that kind of thing. One of our interpreters right there, and so we had a little bit of breakfast this morning, and maybe get to see some of the kids before we leave, and but we're on the way, and just pray for us. Wish us luck. Yeah, there's Ricardo. Yeah, he's got the dog. So that's my protege in Peru. All right, we're about done at the grocery store. Daniel's having to stop at the little Dunkin' Donut because he thinks it's amazing. There's Billie Jean and Elsa and and everybody else. So about to move on to next phase of Operation Peru. Elsa, you got anything important to say to my people back home? That was it. Profound. Where are we going, Daniel?
Quito.
Going to Quito. How long is it going to take us to get there? 7 hours.
It's recording again.
In this van, except for we're in very good hands.
Good planning. Excellent planning.
There ain't nothing wrong with plan. Just keep saying plan.
We got good.
Say it again.
We
Say it
got
one more time.
we got a good plan.
Plan. There you go.
We got a good plan. Plan is really to wing it, and so we're winging it 7 hours to Quito, and we'll check in Quito.
Plans, brother.
So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we've arrived at the village we're staying at tonight, and we walking down to unpack, and it's about 7 o'clock, and we are dog tired. So, but anyway, I think they have arranged for us to have some kind of meal or something, and so we'll be probably going back up to have a meal. So I'll check in on you tonight if we we end up doing something. All right, this is end of day 2. We're finally in the village that we're going to use as base camp, and it was a mess in here, so we kind of had to clean it up, give you an idea of what it looks like. And there's Daniel's bed. That's my bed down here. I'll be sleeping kind of on the floor on an air mattress. And let's just kind of see what else is going on in here. There's Raul. Checking everybody out.
Do you have service?
I do not, but I'm recording, so everybody kind of sees where we're living, what we're doing. Some of these guys ain't quit eating yet. There's Daniel, trying to boss somebody.
We got food all up in this bag.
I'm trying to medicate somebody right now.
Medicating.
We can feed off
And
what's in this room.
so looks like we're gonna survive the week. And so thank you for all the prayers. And it's a beautiful night in Peru. Looking forward to what God is going to do for us tomorrow. We're fixing to have a time of prayer, and then we are going to bed. So, or I am anyway. So, good night. Okay. It's Monday morning. I'm not talking to you. Video entry. Getting ready to go to preschool. Talk to them about Jesus. Haley is what she eats. She got a bag full of dum-dums. And kind of Elsa's ready to go. And I'm walking up. And so anyway, we've had our devotion. I'm going to walk you up to where we had our devotion time, kind of give you a view of where we are and what we're doing. Behind me is the school. A little courtyard there, and they play soccer. The basketball goals are purely aesthetic, and there's a little elementary school right here behind us, and village across the valley there. A beautiful place. There's a school there across the way, homes scattered all over everywhere. And very little oxygen up here, that's why I'm breathing hard. But anyway, we've met up here at our devotion, prayed, formulated a plan. Daniel is going to be looking for a vehicle for us because it's really hard to go from village to village. It takes a long time to get from one village to the other, so we're trying to get some sort of cheap transportation, and so that's their job. Then we have one team going to the elementary school, one team going to the preschool, and then we're going to meet back here. Then Billie Jean and I and a translator will probably be going up the hill to Jacorvo this evening to meet with a couple believers there. So we're praying that God has His way in that, but whatever the Lord opens the door to do, that's what we're going to do today. So we're just praying that God has His way. You? Okay. And you? Huh? So where did you hear the story of Jonah?
¿Dónde te enseñaron la historia de Jonás? ¿Quién te enseñó? ¿Viste el disco? He saw in a CD.
On the CD? Ah.
Inflador.
I'll make him a sword except for the knife. He'll bite your back.
This was the end of the first day.
Y esto fue el final del primer día.
This picture.
Mira, ven. Foto.
Then God said, I will divide.
Well, you? What's your name? What is your name?
Smith.
Let me see your muscle.
Esta semana nos han mencionado y ayer con ese aire acondicionado.
Yes. Yes. Sword? Want to trade it in? Yeah. See?
Ya aprendí a hacer espadita. Otro para los Yo quiero un perro.
Well, it's 2:30 on Monday. We're about, I don't know, a third way up the mountain on our way to Jacorvo, and it's quite a trek, almost straight up, and you really can't tell from here. And we're going to make contact with some people that we made contact with last year. A couple people that came to know Christ last year through our efforts. Billie Jean is just down the hill resting, and so you can see her down there. You can see kind of the landscape and what it looks like. Beautiful place, and just a wonderful thing to see what God is doing here. And we had a great time at the preschool this morning. Maybe you can see on the other side of the valley, on the other side of the mountain there, there's another village. There's another one right around the mountain there, and hopefully that'll be our home base eventually. Maybe you'll get to see that village before it's over with. And so we got to talk to a lot of kids and adults today. Didn't make a video, but we stopped and talked to a couple ladies on our way up here about 20-30 minutes ago. And but in addition to the altitude here, the air being very thin for us gringos especially, the steep terrain, and us being out of shape, takes us a little longer to get up the hill. So but we have some mission work to do up the hill, and so we thank everybody for their support. We also encourage any of the membership who can to be a part of this and to come up and to check out what's going on in wonderful Peru.
También dices tímido, también chunche, no habla. Buenas tardes. Qué bonito, ¿quién soy yo? Para ti, no, Nadia, Lidia, Yamile. Yamile. I'm trying to remember names. Yamile. Those guys are curious. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
This is what
I'm actually looking for somebody. I'm running late. So, but still enough time to make a couple animals.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está?
For the king.
Pero David había ganado muchas batallas para el rey.
The people said David was a better fighter than the king.
Y la gente decía que David era mejor guerrero que el rey.
This made King Saul very angry and jealous.
Pero el rey al escuchar que David era mejor guerrero, se puso enojado y furioso con David.
He said, everyone likes David more than me.
El rey decía, nada se hubiera sido hecho.
So, you know, everything that was made by God.
Entonces nos dice que todo lo que está hecho fue hecho por Dios.
In him was life,
Dice, en él estaba la vida,
and the life was the light of men.
y la vida era la luz de los hombres.
And the light shineth in darkness,
Y la luz en las tinieblas resplandece,
and the darkness comprehended it not.
y las tinieblas no prevalecen contra ella.
So all the life and light in the world comes from God.
Entonces toda la vida y la luz de aquí en la tierra provienen de Dios, vienen de Dios.
So the understanding that we have about pain and about hurt
Entonces comprendemos que cuando tenemos dolores o sufrimientos,
can come from God.
pueden venir también de Dios.
And so here's how he did that.
Y eso es lo que nosotros hacemos.
There was a man sent from God
Dice, había
Hi, well, it's Tuesday, and it's about lunchtime. I did make a entry this morning, but we've been to a school, and then we were standing in the square, and met a guy who was the head of a road crew, and this is just kind of how things work here on mission in Peru. He stopped us and asked us what we were doing, and we said, well, we're missionaries from Christian missionaries from America. And he said, well, come down here to this road about I forget 4 kilometers, and talk to this road crew. So we walked down there, and we got to talk a little bit, but we have a scheduled time to go back and meet with them at 4:30 this evening. We've gone to a primary school this morning and talked to some teachers and some kids. Ordinarily during this time of the day, people are working and doing their thing, so we are kind of just in a holding pattern at this point. So we have an appointment to go talk to a guy at 2 o'clock. And Then we have an appointment to talk to a road crew at 4 o'clock. Then we have an appointment to talk to an older couple somewhere around 6:30, and then an appointment to talk to a young man about the Lord at 7. And none of this we knew we was going to do till we got here, and so the Lord just kind of opens doors, and people are hungry to hear, and it's a pleasure to be doing the Lord's business. So just praying that God does things and softens hearts and opens doors, and I'll just kind of give you a view of what I'm seeing right now, and hope that God touches somebody's heart to be involved in what we're doing. That's Peru. All right, it's Thursday, it's Tuesday afternoon, and we just made a little pit stop. It's we've probably walked 3.5 hours or so thus far. We have another hour or so to walk, and we just went to a little village and talked to some people there at one of the municipal buildings, and we are going to go and set up an appointment to talk to them about the Lord. We're going to talk to them tomorrow morning at 10. We have an appointment to talk to some road workers here in about 30 minutes, so we kind of have to hoof it, and so a lot of walking here in Peru, and just hoping that we make it. A lot of pretty scenery, but with thin air, it's tough walking, so just trying to make it. Or believe anybody else that comes through. But to believe what God has to say about Himself. And what God has to say about you and I. See? So, what God has to say about me, what God has to say about you, is in Romans chapter 3 and verse number 10.
Entonces, lo que Dios nos quiere decir a ustedes y a mí está en Romanos capítulo 3. En Romanos capítulo 3, versículo 23. Ya no dijo nada, ya se acabó y se fue.
Uy, ya se fue. ¿Qué me está diciendo?
My video. I've been making a video. What do you call it?
Journal.
Yeah, a video journal for my thing, for my church at back home.
Ya. Está grabando un video para los miembros, para que vean los miembros de su iglesia. Su iglesia te va a ver.
Just for a minute, I want to read a couple verses and talk about them from John chapter number 15.
Vamos a tomar unos minutos para leer el capítulo de Juan, el libro de Juan, capítulo, what chapter?
15.
Capítulo 15. Yes, John, right? No, first
John
John.
15. Just John.
Bueno, que tiene Biblia. Que tiene Biblia.
Read 1 through. That's 1 through 5.
Nos dice que Él es el vino.
And you and I have been grafted into the vine.
Jesús nos dice que Él es el vino y que ustedes y yo pertenecemos a las mismas ramas.
Yes? And His will for us is that we bear fruit.
Y que nosotros, el trabajo de nosotros es dar frutos.
Yes? And that we bear much fruit.
Y cuando tenemos más frutos,
So I'm not the vine,
yo no soy la vid.
I'm just a branch plugged into the vine.
Únicamente soy una de las ramas que está pegado a la vid.
So it doesn't matter if I'm in the U.S. or if I'm in Peru.
No importa si somos de Estados Unidos o somos de acá de Perú.
We're all in the same branch, all in the same vine.
Todos pertenecemos a la misma rama. Todos
Oh.
pertenecemos a la misma vid.
All in the same family, brothers and sisters in Christ.
Somos de la misma familia, hermanos y hermanas en Cristo.
All with the same purpose,
Todos tenemos el mismo propósito,
to bear fruit.
traer frutos.
And what is fruit?
¿Y qué cosas son esos frutos?
Right? Those are the good things that we bear because of our relationship in Christ.
Esos frutos son todas las cosas buenas que nosotros...
Well, it's Thursday morning, about 6:30 in the Andes Mountains of Peru. We are starting our last full day of ministry down here in Peru, and we are waiting for a couple of people that wanted to hear more about the Lord. They're supposed to meet us here at our, what they call our hostel, at 7 o'clock. So we are just waiting for them. We have kind of a full day. It's going to be another day with a lot of walking, most likely, and it's going to be a long day. It's going to end probably somewhere around 10 o'clock, 10:30. So, but we're looking forward to it, and hopefully the Lord blesses again like He did yesterday. We had a really good day, and had a really enjoyable day. So we just are anxiously awaiting to see what the Lord is going to do. This I know, for the Bible to help me so, little ones to Him belong. They are weak, but He is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Can you tell them what that said?
La canción dice, Jesús me ama, bien lo sé. Su palabra, la Biblia dice así. Jesús me ama, bien lo sé. Su palabra dice así, que los niños son débiles. Los niños son débiles, pero Él es fuerte. ¿Quieren aprender la canción? Fácil. ¿Sí? ¿Quieren aprender?
Yeah? Who can? Who can teach them?
You.
I can teach them the song? Yeah? Y'all want to learn to sing the song?
¿Quieren aprender a cantar la canción?
In English?
¿En inglés?
Yeah? Let's see.
Vamos a ver.
Jesus?
Repitan.
Jesus loves me. This I know. All right, it's Thursday, about lunchtime. We're just getting back from Quito Arma, where we met in the village square and talked to some people about the Lord. And we gave a lady that we had talked to the other day a Bible, and she was very excited about it. We went to the school, talked to them about the creation account and how God had a purpose for creation. We talked about how that Adam and Eve's sin ended in a sacrifice of an animal for their covering, and how that the sin of man today has an ultimate sacrifice in Jesus Christ. And so then we played some games with some kids. We met some different kids. We met some different teachers, made some contacts for next year, and so we also said some goodbyes there in the town. And this year, unlike last year, there in that village, people asked us to come back. They want us to come back, and they're excited about hearing God's Word. They're excited about growing. One lady talked about the importance of planting a church there, and how they wanted to have a pastor there. And so we are praying that God opens a door to have a church in that village. So that's our plan, and right now we're going to go and boil some rice and have what we call the best meal of the week, which consists of some boiled rice and some beef stew that'll be cooked on a cooker, gas cooker that's on the floor. So we're all looking forward to that. Okay, just in a couple quick clips, I want to give you a quick view of our living quarters and what they look like. Now next year, as I understand it, they're going to look a little bit better. They're going to be, our home base is going to be in another town, so we're going to have an upgrade. I think we may even actually have indoor toilets, but for the last couple years, this has been our baños. This has been the bathroom, and I only wish that I could relate to you the smell, and I'll just leave it up to you to imagine the many uncomfortable positions that you must take to make things happen there. Alright, next I want to show you where we're sleeping, and this is our kind of our little hotel. It's upstairs, and I'll give you the quick view. Good news is it's a room. If you walk on the roof, it's a room with a view, so that's wonderful. When you first walk in, this is our kitchen storage area. There's our stove, our bedrooms. Billie Jean says hello. And Elsa. If you walk down, this is my room. Also a room with a view of more outhouses. So that's where we're staying. So pretty much all week we've been Billie Jean and myself, and there she is, by the way, and Elsa have been here in Quito Arma. This has kind of been our home base, and the rest of the team have been leaving in the morning, going here, there, and yon, doing other stuff. And so I'm going to disprove two things to you right now. One is that a watched pot never boils. Clearly boiling, and I've been watching it. And that I don't cook. Boom, there's a spoon, proof positive. Billie Jean's been doing the dishes over there, and the other team has been kind enough to leave us their dirty dishes. And at the first week, they left us basically peanut butter and oranges. And some of the village folks gave us some great big old beans that they boiled that you have to shuck with some cheese in it. I don't know if you can see that over there. And then in the corner, there's some cheese that they gave us, and so we haven't eaten a lot of that. But anyway, we are here just cooking, kind of taking a break in the middle of the day, and so I just wanted to keep you updated on the meal that's yet to come. Mama, Papa,
Mama, Papa,
my wife. How you say wife?
Mama,
How you say wife, Elsa? My familia.
Papi,
My familia.
ne,
Yeah.
yo me temo. No, te temo,
Son and daughter. My casa. Niño. My baby.
I'm ready.
No?
Contigo.
¿Cómo ha empezado la iglesia acá? ¿Alguien te ha ayudado? ¿Fue por tu propia iniciativa? ¿Cómo fue?
Bueno, yo tuve mi propia iniciativa de venirme por estos lugares, pero había un motivo. Yo vine más antes, otros años, 7 años antes, así traté de juntar vidas, se habían convertido varios. Después con un mes así le estuve animando, ya me fui. Pero parece que después estuve haciendo mal. Y cuando volví a de 7 años ya no existían los hermanos. Entonces, alguna vez, otra vez volví y ya no los molesté. Pero después, ya siempre en mi corazón había ese deseo de venir, pensar en la familia, en los parientes que conozcan a Cristo. Entonces, yo ya me decidí con mi esposa a venir. Porque ya nos habían enseñado, ¿no? Que si tú vas a empezar la obra, tú no lo vas a abandonar. Entonces, eso es lo que estuve cometiendo, ese error, ¿no? Entonces ya había un poquito madurado de la idea, ¿no? Entonces ya yo, si vamos, comenzar con eso, si vamos, bueno, pues habrá que establecerse ahí, ¿no?
Déjame explicarle ahora. So he said that it was the he feels something in his heart that he must come here to teach. He said that 7 years before that they stay here, he came for a month, and he tried to gather some Christians who were living here, and so he started working the meetings there. But after a month he left. When he came back 7 years ago, no, 7 years later, he saw that what he had started have disappeared. It was nothing. So he said that I heard them from my pastor that I heard from my pastor said, when you start something, you have to take care of that job. It's your job. So he said that he came back here and he decided with his wife to start something here.
Wow, wonderful.
Bonito, maravilloso.
Claro, vine motivado. Yo me motivé a venir cuando me motivaban mis pastores, ¿no? Pero a las finales yo me decidí y la iglesia donde me congregaba, bueno, me animaron moralmente, pero a veces yo lo entiendo ahora que es un poco la emoción.
It's Friday morning, and we've been packing up and getting ready. It's about 10 o'clock now, waiting for the van to come and pick us up. It was quite an ordeal to get everything all packed up, cleaned up. We store it at the principal's house, all the stuff that we leave behind, air mattresses and cookers and that kind of thing. So this is our last day, and we are, as soon as the van gets here, we'll be headed on about a 6-hour van ride through the mountains and then down the coast back into Lima. We'll go to the Inca market and then to the children's home. We'll clean up there at the children's home, try to get some sleep. It'll be about bedtime by the time we it's been a long week. By the time we get there, we've had the opportunity to talk to some people even this morning. We've seen some people that we've ministered to this week that have come into town and they wanted to talk, and people who have been listening to some Bible readers that we had to give out that had Bible stories on them, and so that was an exciting thing to hear how they had been reading about that, about the Lord, and want us to, everybody keeps asking us to come back and answer questions, and so we're excited about that. Really excited to come back and to see what God's going to do. And so we'll check back in maybe later this evening, maybe on the van ride, because that's really kind of an exciting thing, the van ride. They drive a little bit differently here, and but anyway, we're just waiting on the van, and pray that we make it safely back home. Really looking forward to seeing the wife and kids. That's always one of the most difficult parts of the trip, if not the most difficult. No, it's the most difficult part of the trip. Missing the wife and the kiddos and the church, and so we're ready just to get back home and get back to doing what God has us to do in the States. Right now. Hey. Okay. We are in the van, loaded up, headed back toward
Down by the river.
Yeah, we are on our way to where were we going?
Guataray, Lima.
Lima. And we are in the van on our way down these mountain roads. So you got to see this. I want you to see kind of what's going on. So just hang on. So I know that you wish you were here to see all that. So it's a kind of it's beautiful if you're not hugged up to the side of it. And but it's been a great trip, beautiful trip. Is that right, Brother Daniel?
It has.
Been wonderful. God's been working. Any words of wisdom?
We've seen God do so many incredible things this week. More ministry than we could do. More things than we can handle at one time.
So we need more people.
And more people, more trainers, more disciple makers.
There we go. So come to Peru. We'll be planning our next trip pretty quick. So jump on board. It's about what, 5:20 in the morning. Raul here is getting us down that road to the airport. Predictably, things didn't go like we thought they might this morning, but that's just life on the field, right, Brother Daniel? And Hetty and JC back there doing whatever it is they've been doing. They've had a great trip too. And so a couple points of good news. One, I'm clean shaven and have had a shower, so nobody touched me. I'm clean. And we're on our way to the airport. The plane leaves about 9 o'clock, so we should be in, when should I be in Houston?
8 o'clock.
About 8 o'clock. So we are on the way home. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to the team real quick. Nobody's talking to you, Daniel. So I'm going to introduce you to the team real quick because nobody at my church knows who y'all are. Except for Daniel. except for Billie Jean, servant of the week. Then keeping up where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. JC and Haley. I haven't really got to spend much time with them, but storytellers and kid players extraordinaire as I understand. And David and what's his name? Daniel's son and Toby, and they've all been one team, and so it's been a pleasure to work with these guys. So I just wanted y'all to get to meet all the team. They're eating the last of the horse food that they bought, and so we are on the way to back home to Houston.